Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will try to say another two problems, how it has to be solved, right? So this is how the question is. For a hottest month of a year at a proposed airport, the mean of an average daily temperature is 38 degrees Celsius and mean of the maximum daily temperature is 47 degrees Celsius. Calculate the airport reference temperature if the site is at a mean sea level with a level ground. Calculate the actual runway length to be provided, right? So first we'll try to see the airport reference temperature, and this we know with the formula T1 plus T2 minus T1 divided by 3. So where T1 is the mean of an average daily temperature, and this has to be T2, and T2 is the mean of a maximum daily temperature. So the mean of average daily temperature, look here what is given. The mean of the average daily temperature is 38 degrees Celsius and mean of the maximum daily temperature, is 47 degrees Celsius. Therefore, can you not find airport reference temperature? It's very simple, which is equal to T1. T1 given is 38 degrees Celsius plus T2 is 47 degrees Celsius minus again T1 is 38 degrees Celsius divided by 3. You first work out this. Once you get this, try to add it for this, you're going to get 41 degrees Celsius. Now, what is the standard atmospheric temperature that usually what we assume? We assume it to be 15 degrees Celsius, right? Therefore, what is the rise in the temperature from the mean sea level temperature to the airport reference temperature? How much is the rise in temperature? Therefore, the rise in temperature will be airport reference temperature minus standard atmospheric temperature at mean sea level, which comes out to be 41 minus 15 comes out to be 26 degrees Celsius. Now, he's asking us to apply the correction factor, but here the basic runway length is not given, right? Like in the previous case, they had given this basic length of a runway, but in this case, they have not given it. Since they have not given it, we'll consider the basic runway length to be L, right? A simple way of understanding, we'll consider it to be L. So let L be the basic runway length, then applying the correction at the rate of 1% for every 1 degree Celsius. Therefore, correction for the temperature will be L divided by 100 into 26. This is what we have got, the rise in temperature. So L divided by 100 into 26. If you try to do this, you're going to get 26 degrees Celsius. So once you have got that, next what you're supposed to do? Next you have to find the correction for the elevation and the gradient, right? But if you go back to the question, it's given here if the site is at the mean sea level with a level ground. That means this particular airport what they are planning, it is in the mean sea level only. So that means it is at no elevation from there, right? Exactly, it's a mean sea level. That means this is a very hypothetical case what we had done the assumption, and with a level ground, that is there is no gradient and all, exactly at the level ground we have. Since they are actually matching with our assumption, there's no point in applying any correction factor to that. Only the correction factor was to be applied for the temperature. So if that is not to be applied, then what will happen? Whatever answer we have got, same thing we have to keep it. Therefore, has no corrections are required for the elevation and gradient. In this case, the actual length of the runway will work out to be L is the whatever length we have got, and from correction factor for the temperature we are getting, it has to be 0.26 L, which comes out to be 1.26 L, right? Yeah. Next we'll try to take one more problem on this. An airport is proposed at an elevation of 400 meter above the mean sea level, right? So it is above the mean sea level. That means correction for the elevation will come into picture, where the mean of maximum and mean of average daily temperature of the hottest month are 44.8 degree and 26.2. That is T1 and T2 is given. The maximum elevation difference between the proposed profile of a runway is 6.3 meter. The maximum elevation difference, that is a gradient difference they have given, is 6.3 meter. If the basic length of a runway is 1260 meter, determine the actual length of the runway. So here all the three corrections has to be applied. The basic runway length is also given. So first we'll start with the elevation correction. Again, the basic length is to be increased at the rate of 7% per 300 meter elevation above the mean sea level. It is at a distance of 400 meter from the mean sea level. Therefore, correction for the elevation will be 7 divided by 100, since it is in percent, into at what height it is 400 meter. So this is 400, you divide it by 300 because it is 7%, 7 divided by 100 per 300 meters. So 7 divided by 100 into actual elevation we are getting is 400, you divide it by 300 into the basic runway. What is that basic length of a runway? 1260, because for this you have to apply that correction, right? So which comes out to be 117.6, let us say 100 meter, 118 meter. Therefore, the length of the runway after the correction will be this 118. You have to add to the basic runway what you have. So 1260 plus 118 comes out to be 1378 meter. Next is correction for the temperature. We know this formula, T1 plus T2 minus T1 divided by 3. T1 is my mean of average daily temperature. T2 is the mean of maximum daily temperature. These things are given in the question as 44.8 and 26.2. But try to understand what is given and where you have to write it. Here they have given 44.8. This is actually mean of maximum daily temperature, and 20, it's written here where mean of maximum and mean of average. So this first is mean of maximum, but in the formula the mean of maximum is actually T2. So don't get confused by looking at the value this as T1 and T2. They have given it other way around, that this is T2 and this is T1, right? So accordingly you put it here. Therefore airport reference temperature will be 26.2 plus 48.8 minus 26.2 divided by 3. So if you do this calculation, you're going to get 32.4 degrees Celsius. So next, what we're supposed to find? Rise in temperature. To find the rise in temperature, whatever airport reference temperature you are getting, you deduct that with the standard atmospheric temperature at the mean sea level, which you always assume it to be 15 degrees Celsius. So 32.4 minus 15 comes out to be 17.4 degrees Celsius. Now apply the correction factor at a rate of 1% for every 1 degree Celsius. So 1% for every 1 degree Celsius. Here we are getting 17.4 degrees Celsius. So the correction for the temperature will be 1 divided by 100 into 17.4 is what I'm trying to put. And this you have to multiply with the runway length what you have got. So that is the length of a runway after the correction for the elevation is 1388. So 1 divided by 100 into 1378 into 17.4. If you do, you have to, you're getting an answer of 240 meters as the correction for the temperature. That means if you're doing a temperature correction, this particular runway you have to increase it by another 240 meters. Therefore the corrected length of a runway will be 1378 plus 240. You add to that, it comes out to be 1618 meter. So next what we are supposed to do, try to check that percentage increase. Therefore total correction for the elevation and temperature will be, for elevation we have got a correction factor of 118 meter, and for temperature we have got a correction factor of 240. 240 plus 118 comes out to be 358 meter. Therefore percentage increase will be 358, and this you have to divide it by the basic length of a runway 1260 into 100. So it's coming out to be 28.41, which is less than 35%. Hence it is okay. Next, the last one is the effective gradient, because here this is not on a level surface. They have given the difference along the proposed profile of a runway 6.3 meter. Therefore effective gradient will be, this time you don't have to do that highest RL minus lowest RL divided by basic runway, because after doing that only they have given it here 6.3. So that is the reason directly you to take this as effective gradient is given as 6.3, right? You divide it by the basic length of runway, which is 1260 into 100, which comes out to be 0.5%. I mean, this whatever they are given, a small mistake what I told. The maximum elevation difference between the proposed profile, maximum elevation difference is highest RL, I'll write it here, minus the lowest RL is what they have given. This highest RL minus lowest RL what they have given is 6.3. Okay, so that is the reason directly I have written 6.3. This you divide by basic runway length, which is 1260 into 100, you will get 0.6, 0.5%. So now applying correction for the effective gradient at a rate of 20% for each 1% effective gradient. Correction for the gradient is how much? 20 divided by 100 into this runway, corrected runway is 1618 that you got from here, and for this you multiply this effective gradient, you got 0.5. Okay, this will be in percentage only, don't divide it by 100 again. So directly you have to input 0.5. If it was 0.7 here, you would have you would have input here 0.7, right? Try to do this calculation, you're going to get 161.8, which comes out to be 162 meter. Therefore this much correction again you have to apply of 162 meter for the corrected length of the runway, so that even the effect of gradient is also taken care of. So therefore the actual length of runway comes out to be 1618 plus 162, 1780 is the length of the runway that I'm supposed to provide, right? And then the last problem we are going to take, So at an airport site at a sea level with a standard atmospheric condition, the runway length required for the takeoff and landing are 200 meter and 2400 meter respectively. The proposed airport is situated at an altitude of 150 meter. If the airport reference temperature is 25 degrees Celsius and if the effective runway gradient of 0.35%, calculate the length of runway to be provided. First is again correction for the elevation. Therefore, correction for the elevation will be 7 divided by 100 into how much is at what height is that? It is at an altitude of 150 meter. You can see it here. The proposed airport is situated at an altitude of 150 meters. Therefore, 150 divided by 300 into the basic runway what they have given. How much it is? Yeah, it's 2000 meter. Right. So take this as 2000 meter, and if you try to do this, you are going to get 70 meter. Therefore, the corrected length will be 2000 plus 70, which comes out to be 2070 meter. Now, next is rise in temperature. So, for the rise in temperature, they are given it directly. 25 is the airport reference temperature minus the standard temperature will be always 15 degrees Celsius. Directly they have given it. You don't have to put the T1 plus T2 minus T1 divided by 3 formula. This is directly given. That is the airport reference temperature. If this was not given, then you know here, right? See, airport reference temperature. This formula you are supposed to apply. Since directly they have given it here, don't apply the formula. The value is given. Just you have to look into this equation. This equation we are solving there. So that is why I have taken 25 is what we are given here. Minus 15 will be always constant here, which comes out to be 10 degree. Therefore, correction for the temperature will be 2070 divided by 100 into 10. If you do, you will get 207 meter. Right? This is that 1 degree correction what you are supposed to do. This is that correction what you're supposed to do. That is 1% for every 1 degree Celsius. Right? Yeah. So it is 1% for every 1 degree Celsius. Here it is 10 degrees. So they have written 10 here. Now corrected length will be 2070. This is for elevation correction we have done. For that you have to add another 207 meter so that the correction of the temperature is also taken care of. So the finally the runway length has to be 2277 meter for both elevation and temperature correction. Now we need to check this again. Total correction for elevation and temperature 70 plus 207 is 277. Therefore 277 divided by the basic runway, that is 2000 meter, into 100 comes out to be 13.85, which is less than 35%, and according to the ICAO it should be less than 35, and we are less than 35 only, right? And next is correction for the gradient. So for the correction of gradient, directly you have to put in the formula now, because this value is directly given by the effective gradient is directly given by them. Again, you don't have to do that highest RL minus lowest RL divided by that. Basic is not to be done. Directly 0.35 is given. Therefore, correction for gradient will be 20 divided by 100 into the corrected runway length, which is 2277 into 0.35. You do this, you're going to get 159.39, let us say 160 meter. Therefore, this correction of 160 meter has to be added to 2277. Therefore, corrected runway length for takeoff will be 2277 plus 160, which comes out to be 2437, let us say 2400 meter. Next is correction to runway landing length. So the correction for the, so far what we did, if I go back to the question, for the takeoff it was done. It was written here, right? At an airport site at a sea level with a standard atmospheric condition, the runway length required for the takeoff and landing. So 2000 meter is for the takeoff. For the landing it was 2400 meter. This was done considering the takeoff. Now correction to the runway landing length. Correction for the elevation will be again 7 divided by 100 into 2400 this time into 150 is the elevation height divided by 300 is a formula. This comes out to be 84 meter. As no corrections are required to the landing length for the temperature and gradient, the corrected runway length for the landing will be 2400 plus 84, which comes out to be 2484 meter. So adopting the higher of two values, that is 2440 is one I have, the second one I have 2484. So the highest is how much? 2484, right? Therefore, adopting the higher of the two values, the actual runway length to be provided is 2484 meter, right? So I hope you got an idea regarding how to solve these problems. Only there are three corrections that you're supposed to apply. One is for the elevation, the second is for the temperature, then is for the effective gradient. Sometime the reference temperature will be given. Airport standard temperature, if it is given, take it directly. If it is not given, you have to apply this formula of, let me go back. Yeah, if it is airport reference temperature, if it is not given, apply this formula of T1 plus T2 minus T1 by 3. Just understand what is T1 and T2, that will be given in the question, then try to take it out. So 15 degrees Celsius will be always the standard temperature that you have to deduct from the answer what you have got here. And then this formula you have to remember, that is 7% per 300 meters. So 7 divided by 100, since it is in percentage, into whatever elevation they give, no, that elevation you divide it by 300, and always multiply that by the basic length of a runway. You will get the correction for the elevation. And coming to the correction for the gradient, sometimes they are going to give the highest RL and the lowest RL. If it is not given in this problem, they are given the difference, the maximum elevation difference from the proposed profile of a runway 6.3. Then 6.3, you will have to divide it by basic runway length into 100 you are supposed to do. With this you are going to get the effective gradient. Sometimes they are directly going to give you effective gradient, like we saw in this example. If I go back, in this example directly the effective gradient was given. See here, the effective runway gradient of 0.35%. Then again you don't have to use this formula, directly you are getting this 0.35. Put that in this particular equation and you have to solve it like we have did it here, like it was done here, right? So these things we need to understand what questions, what they are asking, and what we are supposed to find it. So we'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.